Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel.
Have you ever dreamed of an epic adventure but thought, I just can't afford it? Well, what if I told you that you could spend 5 incredible days in one of the most beautiful places on Earth for just $100? That's right, $100 for everything. Today, I'm taking you on a journey to show you exactly how to pull off the ultimate budget trip to Bali. We're talking 5 days, 4 nights, all for under $100. It sounds impossible, I know, but I'm going to break down every single dollar. Share all my best-kept secrets and prove that you don't need a fat wallet to have the adventure of a lifetime. So, are you ready for the $100 Bali challenge? Let's get into it. First up, let's talk about the budget breakdown. The goal is simple, $100, which is roughly 1.5 million Indonesian rupiah. This needs to cover accommodation, food, transport within Bali, and activities for 5 full days. Now, this budget does not include your flight to Bali, because that varies wildly depending on where you're coming from. But don't worry, I've got you covered there too. My number one secret for finding the cheapest flights is to be flexible. Use flight aggregators like Skyscanner or Google Flights and select the whole month or cheapest month option. This will show you the absolute cheapest days to fly. Another pro tip, always search in incognito or private browsing mode. Airlines and booking sites use cookies to track your searches, and you might see prices increase if they know you're interested. And finally, consider flying into a major hub in Southeast Asia first, like Kuala Lumpur or Singapore, and then grabbing a budget airline flight to Bali. Sometimes that two-step process can save you hundreds. Okay, so you've landed in beautiful Bali. Now what? You need to get around, and you need to do it cheaply. Forget about the expensive airport taxes. The moment you step out, download the Gojek or Grab app on your phone. These are Southeast Asia's versions of Uber, but they offer scooter taxis which are incredibly cheap. A 45-minute ride from the airport to popular areas like Kuta or Seminyak might only cost you $2 or $3. For longer distances, like traveling from the south to Ubud, look into the local shuttle buses. Companies like Parama Tour offer comfortable and reliable bus services between major tourist towns for a fraction of the price of a private car. If you're feeling really adventurous and confident, you can even rent your own scooter. For about $5 to $7 a day, you have total freedom to explore. Just make sure you have an international driving permit and always wear a helmet. It's the law and it's just plain smart. Now for the next big expense. Accommodation. Where are you going to sleep for 5 days on this shoestring budget? The answer is hostels. Bali has some of the most amazing and social hostels in the world, and they are perfect for budget travelers. You can find a clean and comfortable dorm bed for as little as $5 to $8 a night. I use apps like Hostelworld or Booking. Con to find the best deals. Just filter by price and look for places with recent positive reviews. Not only are hostels cheap, but they're also a fantastic way to meet other travelers. Many have common areas, pools, and even organized social events. If dorms aren't your thing, look for losmen or local guesthouses. These are often family-run, offering a private room for maybe $10 to $15 a night. You get a more local experience and still stick to your budget. For the ultimate free stay, you could even try couch surfing, where locals host you in their homes for free. It requires a bit more planning, but the cultural exchange is priceless. Alright, let's talk about my favorite part of any trip, the food. You might think eating in a tourist hotspot like Bali would be expensive, but that's only if you stick to the fancy Western restaurants. The real magic happens on the street and in the local eateries, called warungs. This is where you'll find the most delicious and authentic Indonesian food for pennies. Your best friend on this trip will be nasi campur. It is a plate of rice with a variety of small portions of different dishes. You can get meat, vegetables, tempeh, eggs, you name it. A huge filling plate of nasi campur from a local warung can cost as little as $1 or $2. Another must-try is bakso, a hearty meatball soup, or mie goreng, which is classic Indonesian fried noodles. You can find these everywhere, from street carts to small restaurants, for about $1 a bowl. For breakfast, look for bubur ayam, a savory chicken rice porridge. And don't forget the fruit. Head to a local market and stock up on tropical fruits like mango, passion fruit, and dragon fruit. It's cheap, healthy, and delicious. By eating like a local, you can easily spend less than $5 a day on food and have some of the best meals of your life. So we have transport, a place to sleep, and a full stomach. What about things to do? You don't need a big budget to experience the best of Bali. In fact, many of the most beautiful experiences are completely free. First, the beaches. From the popular shores of Kuta and Seminyak to the hidden coves in Uluwatu, you can spend days just beach hopping, swimming, and soaking up the sun without spending a dime. My personal favorite is watching the sunset. Find a spot on the beach, maybe grab a cheap coconut from a vendor, and just enjoy the show. It's a 5-star experience that costs absolutely nothing. Next, go chasing waterfalls. Bali is home to dozens of stunning waterfalls. While some of the most famous ones have a small entrance fee, maybe $1 or $2, many lesser-known ones are completely free to visit. Just ask locals for their recommendations. Another amazing free activity is exploring the rice paddies. The Tagulilong rice terraces are famous, but they can be crowded and have an entry fee. Instead, just rent a scooter and drive through the countryside around Ubud. You'll find endless stretches of green, terraced rice fields that are just as beautiful and totally free to wander through. You can also visit local markets, not just for food, but to soak in the culture, sights, and sounds. The Ubud Art Market is a great place to browse, even if you're not buying anything. Let's put it all together. Here's a sample itinerary for our $100 5-day challenge. Day 1. Arrive, take a Gojek scooter to your hostel in Canggu, which costs you about $7 for the night. You've got about $3 for the ride. Grab a $2 nasi camper for dinner. Total for day 1, $12. Day 2. Wake up, explore the beaches of Canggu for free, watch the surfers, and maybe rent a board for an hour for about $3. For food, you find a local warung for lunch and dinner, spending about $4 total. Your hostel is another $7. Total for day 2, $14. Day 3. You take a shared shuttle to Ubud for about $5. Check into your new $7 hostel. Spend the afternoon exploring the free Kempuhan Ridge Walk, a beautiful trail right outside of town. Food for the day, $4. Total for day 3, $16. Day 4. You rent a scooter with a new friend from the hostel, splitting the $7 cost, so that's $3.50 for you. You spend the day exploring the rice paddies and a free waterfall nearby. You splurge a little and pay the $2 entrance fee for the sacred monkey forest. Food for the day is $4, hostel is $7. Total for day 4, $16.50. Day 5, you have a lazy morning, visit the Ubud market, and grab one last delicious $1 mee goreng for lunch before heading back to the airport. Your Gojek ride back is $3. Food is $2. Let's tally it up. That brings our grand total to $62.50. That's right, you've spent 5 amazing days in Bali and you're still well under the $100 budget. This leaves you with a huge buffer for a few extra bintang beers, a souvenir, or maybe even a traditional Balinese massage, which you can get for as little as $7. So there you have it. Traveling to a world-class destination like Bali on an extreme budget is not only possible, it's an adventure in itself. It forces you to step outside your comfort zone, to interact with locals, to eat where they eat, and to see the country from a completely different perspective. You learn to be resourceful, you meet incredible people in hostels, and you create memories that are so much more valuable than any fancy resort stay. It's about the experience, not about how much you spend. So what are you waiting for? The world is out there, and it's more accessible than you think. I hope this video has inspired you to book that trip you've been dreaming of. Don't let a tight budget hold you back. If I can do it, you can definitely do it too. Thanks so much for watching the $100 challenge. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more budget travel guides, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss the next adventure. Let me know in the comments where you'd like to see me go next for a budget challenge. Until then, stay adventurous, and I'll see you in the next one.